storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
Tyga, big nigga, broke nigga. Mr. Repo, virginity stealer, little R. Kelly in training without the damn talent. You know, I looked at his name today, Tyga, and it stands for thank you God always. And I'm like, thank you God. Thank you God. Thank you God for what, Tyga? Thank you God for statutorily raping Kylie Jenner. You know what I'm saying? Are you thanking God for wearing chains all around your bird ass chest that your ass can't afford? Are you thanking God for all the thievery that you do? You know, you like to go around there to them people's shops. You know what I'm saying? The Middle Eastern people. They put the jewelry on you, you run out the door with it, you give them an IOU, you never intend on paying it back. I mean, I'm just saying, had Kylie Jenner not had to pay all of your bills, you still would have been allowed to be around her. You know, it was bad enough you took her virginity. It was bad enough, you know what I'm saying, that you was the one that convinced her to basically turn into a great value version of Blac Chyna. You know, I'm trying to see what you thanking God for, Tyga. Because it seems like nothing has gone your way your entire career. Are we thanking God for bad contracts? Are we thanking God for the ass and throat you got to sell to get into to cash money? What are we thanking God for, Tyga? We just want to know, all right? Oh, we thanking God for being a one-hit wonder. Look, real quick, I want y'all to name me 5 Tyga songs that your ass love. I can only think of one. Put the lime in the coconut and drink it. Other than that, we ain't heard from your ass. What have you been doing besides, you know, hiding your cars in different parking storages and parking garages, you know, so they won't get repoed? But just so you know, Tyga, that you got a GPS in it, they will still come and get their shit. So anyway, we talking about Tyga today because he started an OnlyFans. Of course he started an OnlyFans. And you can't go work anywhere. You can't go tour. The chillin' circuit is shut down. So of course he had to, okay? And instead of uploading new content, Tyga, golly, Tyga, you uploaded nudes that were already online and leaked. Tyga, that is not... Tyga, you broke nigga. I would have thought that you would have did better than that. This is what you got to understand, Tyga. Tyga, when you get on OnlyFans, the whole purpose of an OnlyFans is to give your fans exactly what they want. They want to see that meat and they want to see you working. Now, you ain't working. You ain't got no job. You ain't got shit to do. You mean to tell me you couldn't give them a good jerking off video? You couldn't give them a good... I mean, you do it every night before you go to bed anyway. You couldn't, you know, just take one of your hoes from the back and put it up and upload it. Hell, Jimmy Smaxton made $1.6 million and he don't give them nothing but a 3-minute video. I'm just saying, Tyga, like, what? I don't understand. Not only have you had a lack of enthusiasm for your career, not only have you had a lack of enthusiasm of actually picking a quality woman or an adult woman at all, but you're even shitty when it comes to OnlyFans. It's porn. It's the easiest thing to do in the world. You couldn't even give them a nude pic, Tyga. You couldn't even give them a COVID cock pic. You couldn't give them shit. You gave them old ass pics that had already been leaked the longest time ago. And I'm just still trying to figure out how you still this broke. Because if you guys don't remember, a few years back, Tyga actually did participate in a porno for Vivid Entertainment, and he got paid for his image there. Now, he was too scared to perform, and that's fine. That's his business. It ain't none of mine. But I'm just here to let y'all know that this man has had opportunities thrown at him, and somehow he continues to spend all of his money, spend it all until it's gone, and then just basically hope that he can, you know, get some idiot or a kid, a minor, to pay for the shit. You know, I'm never gonna let go that you were with Kylie Jenner when she was a minor, and you know her mama was cool with that because you know Kris Jenner was slutted out to a rich man when she was 17. So you know her daughter was like 15, 16, might have even been 14, but hell, Kylie Jenner was working a pole on Keeping Up with the Kardashians when she was 10. And so once you start working a pole at 10, you're gonna ride by the time you damn 14. I'm just saying, Tyga, I just would have thought you would have done better than that, Tyga. Maybe if you would work a little harder and you were more successful, Blac Chyna wouldn't have to have 13,000 damn jobs. She wouldn't have to be over there embezzling, Tyga. And now you're gonna embezzle. Now you're gonna embezzle on OnlyFans and not give your fans anything updated. You couldn't give them shit. Nothing. How despicable. I see why your career never went anywhere. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Do y'all get it? Kylie Jenner then leased them plenty of Lamborghinis. He lost all of them. Renting these big old houses. Can't pay the rent. Getting tigers. I don't know why you niggas getting tigers. You want to play with lions, tigers, and bears? Go over to Africa and actually go feed some in the conservatory. Go do something with your life. Besides put out shitty music and dumb down our generations. And I'm just saying, for somebody that has had access to ample opportunities, This man sucks. I think you just need to hang it up. The music thing ain't really you. This guy has admitted out of his own mouth, so I don't have to say allegedly, that he has received $0 from any music he has made from Cash Money. Now, maybe that shit just wasn't selling. I heard on the street you put out an album and it sold like 300 copies, and you probably bought 299 of them. And so at the end of the day, nobody's checking for you in that way, but they are checking for porn. It's the lowest of the low you can do. And I'm sick of you celebrities doing this shit. I'm sick of y'all getting paid all this money and you want to sustain a lifestyle that you really can't afford. Just because it's it's overflowing today don't mean it's gonna flow over tomorrow. You're supposed to be able to make this shit stretch. Learn money management, because by the time you get to 40 and 50, nobody's gonna care about you. I mean, nobody cares about you now when you haven't even reached 30. Oh my God, by the time you're 40 and old and dusty and crusty and through, we're not gonna want to hear from a 40-year-old rapper. Everybody can't be 2 Chainz. You don't even have the talent of 2 Chainz. And 2 Chainz didn't even really tell us his age. He just said true, and we went with the shit. But we still remember 2 Chainz when he was Titty Boy. And so Tyga, I don't know how to help you, but I'm mad at you because you got regular people that depend on OnlyFans to feed their family, okay? And they're putting up their shit for $5.99 and $9.99 a month, and they're actually getting their backs blown out and barely getting views just to be able to pay, a little bill here and there and keep their car from being repossessed. And you got access to millions of people, and you mean to tell me you couldn't even put together a 30-second video? Safari did better than you. Safari still got people talking about his shit. You couldn't do nothing. There was nothing creative you can think out of. But let me help you out, Tyga. See, the true story is, I don't even really think the people care about you with your flicks. I'm old school, so I say flicks. They don't really care about your flicks. They don't really care about the sausage, because they didn't already seen that years ago. We want to know the real true tea on Kylie Jenner. We want to know, how did you get away with statutory rape? So that way maybe you can help R. Kelly out. The people want to know, was her mama in the room when you were scoring her under 16? When you do things and you're a minor, you always got to sign that paperwork, that permission slip. It says an adult has to accompany you. So what adult accompanied y'all when you was banging her out? And I want to know why you do that girl like that. That girl, Kylie is 21 years old and walking around looking like a sexy 45-year-old light-skinned woman from the South, all because when you was kissing her and she was trying to slob on your knob, whatever she could swallow, I don't know. She said that you said that her mouth was too small and her lips was too small and she was too plain looking. I mean, damn, if you wanted something spicy and exotic, you should have stayed with Blac Chyna. If you wanted a black woman, you probably should have stayed with the black woman you were with. I don't understand how you don't want to be with the black woman that you have, and then you get with a white girl, and then you try to turn her into the black girl that you already had anyway, and that you had a family with first. So had your ass kept your family and actually stayed with the black woman that you really ultimately wanted Kylie Jenner to be, you would have had them issues. And I still want you to know that this shit will come back on you at some point. Not today, not tomorrow, but it will. Kris Jenner done already been called out by grabbing a dude by the nuts. She's the female Donald Trump. Donald Trump gonna grab you by your coochie lips, your pussy lips, your pearl tongue, and say, this is mine. And Kris Jenner grabbed that security guards and say, this is my dick, nigga. This is mine. Her and Courtney up there rubbing up against people. So I don't know what to tell you, Tyga. Thank you God always. It just seems like you need to change your
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.
About the man with the hips. Look at him as he sachets down the street. He said his hips don't lie. Corey said his hips don't lie, and I'm starting to end it, boy. And I went so, I got so, something. This is perfecto. You can't tell me he don't do that in the bathroom. You can't tell me he don't do that in the bathroom. You can't tell me that when Kris is gone and he got the house to himself, because Kris just attracts trade. I'm pretty sure Kris Jenner had a penis in her past life, but you can't tell me that when he get in the shower after running through Kris Jenner, and he be smelling just like ginger ale, ginger ale, Geritol, icy hot. He like, I gotta get this funk up off me. I ain't saying Kris got a funky box, but I'm saying every old lady I done been around got an old lady smell, and it's cool. It's usually being gay, icy hot, etc. Okay? Where am I? Keep it real. But you can't tell me that when he get in the shower and his song come on, that he don't give you one of these. He don't give you one of those. You telling me he don't hit that, he hit that shit. I don't care what y'all say. Anyway, Corey Gamble's ex is actually coming out to expose him. I don't know why this story didn't get more press before, but I actually want to bring it to light because basically his ex said everything that we already knew, except for ex Sheree Buchanan. You must be missing Lady Hips here. You must want to hit him from the back, because my thing is, after he did what he did to you in 2010, I'm surprised he's even on your tongue. I'm just saying, somebody couldn't abuse me and then I'll be talking about them later. All right, moving right along from that. Okay, so let's talk about this. Look, that's their relationship right there. She's kissing him and he's taking a selfie. Wow. Boy, that says a lot. He is not into that. You think maybe her breath stunk? You think maybe her dentures was just a little old and she needed to just pop them in a little, glass of the Polydent? You think something was up with that? Because he was not feeling that at all. Anyway, must be nice to cream pie her with no consequences. Okay, so according to the ex, all right, let me move to my damn notes. Shit, where are my notes? There we go. According to the ex, he is only with Kris to social climb and for clout, because other than that, Kris Jenner would never be his type. She's too old and she has nothing to offer him. And I'm here to say to his ex, we already knew that. This is Corey's ex right here. Where the hell is she at? There we go. This is Corey's ex right here, Sheree Buchanan. Now, do y'all remember Sheree Buchanan from a show called Atlanta Exes? It apparently came on VH1. It had her, Tamika Foster, I think Monyetta Shaw. Do y'all remember her? Let me look here in the chat. Do y'all remember her? Because I don't remember the show Atlanta Exes. I remember Hollywood Exes, where Drea Kelly was crying in the car talking about you could have a rich husband and have $7.47 in your checking account. And I think if you got a rich husband and you only got $7.47 in your checking account, you're doing it wrong. But you ain't heard that from me. Okay, so anyway, I guess apparently she just wanted a little clout. So she claimed that, in fact, his actual type would be Khloe Kardashian, not Kris Jenner, because Kris Jenner is too old. And I'm here to say, man, why are you coming out with this now? We already knew that this relationship was fake, and this is nothing but Kris Jenner needing somebody there. She needs a chocolate stick to ride at night. She basically said, these are the requirements. You must be built like what I'm trying to build my daughters into. You must have plenty of melanin. You must be... She said, when I cut out my lights in my house, when I'm doing my rituals, I don't want to see you. I want the D to sneak up on me and sneak up in me. It's okay, Kris Jenner. See, I always wonder why y'all didn't really mess with no brown skin, light skin dudes. Y'all love the chocolate. And hey, do you chocolate is very good for you, and it's apparently keeping you very supple. Apparently, that nutty spread across your face is really good for the wrinkles. I don't know if y'all knew that, but nut on your face keep the wrinkles away, but y'all ain't heard that from me either. And so, Kris, I just want to know, is the reason why all y'all men be dark is because y'all like to turn out all them lights and what they do to sneak up on you? Because I know you keep your house dark. I mean, even when I look at y'all houses, it looks like nothing but a Freemasonic lodge. None of y'all houses look like a home except for Courtney's. Courtney says she don't want to deal with that shit. She just want to be a vegan and eat a pancake every now and then and sleep with her drug addicted, spoiled ass baby daddy that she knows she's never gonna leave. That Kourtney Kardashian is currently taking fertility treatments to try to get pregnant by. That's why that stomach is as poofy as it is. Now, y'all might not catch it, but I called it. Is she actually pregnant? No. Is she trying? She's trying to get that fourth. The girl has always wanted four children. She wanted children to have that Jewish bloodline, and there's nothing wrong with that. She wants that for her kids, and she gonna get it, because anything that Kourtney Mary Kardashian wants from Scotland, she can get it from Scott. She owns Scott, and Scott ain't got shit else now, and that's what's sad. And I'm always gonna feel some kind of way about Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick, because ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna be with anybody that tell me when and where I can go see my parents, and I'm not gonna be taking my children to go see my parents. No, motherfucker, Scott, you should have been taking your children to see your parents, point blank in a period. I can't respect no shit like that. I can't respect people that are fortunate and blessed enough to have parents in their life that want to be involved, that are actually that's just loving and there, and they're just like, we just want you to fly across the country and come see us. In fact, but you don't do that. You can take your ass everywhere else. You can be high as a damn kite, and you always crying and shit. I want to hear your damn crying in a 30 million damn house. Man up, time to grow up. Anyway, do y'all feel me? I gotta let these comments. Y'all know I can really like go on a rant, and y'all know when I go on a rant, it be hard to pull me back in. Yes. But if you don't watch the show, then you don't understand. I thought they passed. They did pass. But if you watch the show, you see that he regrets that he didn't go and see them more and that he didn't take the kids out there more. Why? Because everything was about Courtney and her family. Why? Because anybody that gets involved with that family, all of a sudden, your people don't count. You know, your aunties, your uncles, your mama, your grandmama, your grandpapa, everybody you want to take your children around don't count, which is why you all screwed up in the head. Kanye don't know if he going north, south, east, west. He don't know his head from his ass anymore because he can't go around his people. I'm not saying he can trust all of his people now, but I'm just saying that boy needs some good Chicago water, Chicago pizza, Chicago fried rice. That boy don't eat no salads, but I'm just saying, it's just like you get involved with them, and it's like all your life you had before them. It don't exist and it don't matter and they don't really care and it's all about them. And no, the world does not revolve around them. I know they do enough rituals to make you attracted to them even when you don't realize it. I get that. I get the love spells and all that, but no, it's more life than that. Anyway, so I said that to say, I wanted y'all to also look at this throwback of Sheree and Corey here. These were back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He was a lot thinner. She had a hair regular, you know. I mean, I don't know what y'all think. What y'all think? Is Corey with any of these women really because he loved them, or is it all just a social climb period? Because Sheree Buchanan went on to marry Atlanta Falcons Ray Buchanan. So basically, they all sharing and swapping each other in his industry. She came out to say that he's more attracted to Chloe. Of course he is. Chloe is closer to his age. The man is 40, about to turn 40 years old. Wait a minute, 90, 20, yeah, 40 years old. Matter of fact, happy birthday, Corey. Your birthday is tomorrow on the 10th. Ain't it kind of funny how your ex came out with this story, you know, and it's close to your birthday. You know, they always love to mess up somebody's birthday. But anyway, I say all of that to say, Corey and Kris, this is just simply a relationship of convenience. I think, Corey, you need to stay in your place. You have gotten a little bit too close to Kylie, build a thought, if you ask me. You always all up on the Kylie. You taking shots with Kylie. You're a little bit too chummy with Kylie. And Kylie's box is a lot tighter than a man's. And so you can't tell me that you ain't slid in there a time or two. You can't tell me that Scott ain't slid into Chloe a time or two. They don't care about sharing men. It's really not that big a deal to them. As we're going to learn later with Larsa, I introduce you to Tristan, and 10 days later, he's your man. But her timeline still ain't adding up either, so I'm gonna get in her fake ass too. It's literally very fake. Larsa Pippen's body basically looks like an old school car with aftermarket parts on it, and it just doesn't match. But anyway, yeah, this relationship is fake. It's out of convenience. Kris needs something to control. Corey's there to keep his stick hard, and that is it. You can't have an opinion. You can't say nothing. You can't make no noise. None of that. Come out, screw her when she needs to. Send her back to work. The devil works hard, but Kristen, Mary, Houghton, Jenna works harder, and Corey, Lady Hips Gamble, is gonna be there to suck her dry every.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.
For now, we're gonna quickly talk about the Kardashians that have announced that after 20 seasons, their show will be ending in 2021. Can we get the strap for this show going off the air? I'm gonna get the strap for it. Hold up, y'all. Because this is something we've been praying for. We've been asking for. And finally, the show is going to go back into the abyss of whatever cave that this family came out of, all right? Now, this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, okay? To me, the reasoning on why the show has to come to an end is very simple. Number one, they've been manufacturing drama for like the last 7 years of this damn show, okay? And so when you manufacture so much drama, there's only so much you can do with storylines before it gets old and stale. Number two, the ratings of the show have significantly dropped ever since the Jordan Woods and Tristan Thompson scandal. And this is why. See, Kim and Chloe and Malika, sorry, wrong one. Malika, you know the one I don't like. I like her sister better. Shout out to Khadijah, minding her business. And her children and her husband. Get you one, Malika. When they tried to bully Jordan and make Jordan out to be the bad guy in the Tristan situation and try to ruin her career, social media actually took Jordan's side. They didn't take the Kardashian side. They started looking at the Kardashians as bullies and trolls, and ever since then, the ratings have been on a downturn. Ever since Chloe went back to Tristan, people are liking them less and less, all right? But I want to go through some more reasons why this show is going to be over. But before I get into that, let me say that, Kim, you thanked everybody else in your little IG speech except Dr. Linda that actually provided you with those money and success candles to help push forth everything you guys are trying to get through with Ryan Seacrest and E! News Network. See, let me tell you something. By the time that Kris Jenner had actually got around Dr. Linda, you know, the one that is a clairvoyant, she make the candles and said in the third, she all kinds of healing services, not just candles. But anyway, by the time she got connected with Dr. Linda, she was in talks with E of the damn show, but she had not solidified it yet. And she knew she needed a few little extra pushes from the universe to help things go her way and to open up them doors. And just so happened, you go home with plenty of money and success candles and you get money and success. Who knows? So you need to actually be thanking Dr. Linda, not to mention all that stealing and shit y'all did from her. Anyway, here's some reasons why this show is basically is gone and it ain't coming back. All right, number one, they don't want to talk about the Kanye situation. Kanye West has dragged them for the 99 and the 2000 and 2020, and Kim doesn't want to discuss it or show any of that embarrassing shit on camera, and that's the only thing we will be watching this show for at this point. I truly believe that in about a few years, Kim will be divorcing Kanye and all of those proceedings. She don't want that shit covered on the camera, and so you gotta go. In addition, and she wants to come out looking like the good guy. In addition to that, Kendall, why I was about to call her Kendall. Kendall, looking like a better version of your daddy, girl, does not want to show her personal life anymore. Kendall is in a relationship now. She's with that biracial boy who's a basketball player or whatever. And so she just wants to live a normal life now. Kendall, as a matter of fact, has said many times that she does not like being famous and she wishes she never was. But Kendall, if it wasn't for the fame that your family had, you would not have been the successful model that you are, especially not that fast, because to keep it real, the Kendall Jenners, the Gigi Hadids of the world, to me, would never be able to compete with a Tyra Banks, a Naomi Campbell, a Beverly Johnson, a Kate Moss, a Karina Smirnoff, Christina Cole, whoever the hell. Y'all can't keep up with that shit, okay? Kylie is boring as hell. She tried to do her own spinoff and we didn't care. And she's looking for her next black sperm donor. Rob doesn't want to come out of the house except to go to the store to get more food to shove down his throat and to go to the weed man, meet up with the weed man at the corner. He smoked weed, he played video games, he eat his food. I mean, even when he get his baby Dream, Chloe had a baby, you know. Dream is his baby, but that's really Auntie's baby. And like a lot of y'all out there be having y'all nieces and nephews more than the parents do. So that's just that kind of situation. Courtney Ben stepped away from the show. She's ready to live a regular life. She's sick of this shit. And in addition to that, Courtney is the prettiest. Kim, you call her the least interesting to look at. No, she is the least speculating to look at because she looks like a human being. Remember that, Kim? Remember when you looked like a human being? Remember when you had a normal hip to waist ratio? You know, you get on the scale on camera and tell us that you 119 pounds. Ma'am, if you 119 pounds, 100 pounds of that is in your ass. I'm just saying. Remember when you looked like Jafar and you didn't look like a bug off of Bug's Life? I'm just saying. I grew up watching that cartoon, Kim. You remind me of it. So, yeah, Courtney is the best. But I still say we give much respect to Kristen, Mary, Holton, Kardashian, Jenner, because without her smarts, this family wouldn't be anywhere, okay? But this show was long gone. Now, are you tired of being fat as hell? Are you sick of your breasts hitting your lap when you sit down? Are you embarrassed every time you go out and people think you pregnant, but you really not? You just had a big burrito last night. If you were going through them problems, and guess what? I got a solution for you, and your solution is going to be found in NutriBurst. Now, before you get mad, let me let you know, in addition to using NutriBurst products, you're going to need a healthy caloric deficit diet. But one of my favorite products that NutriBurst offers is called Resolution Drops and Life Drops. And I'm telling you, they help me not eat as much because, you know, I'm a cookie monster. I'm a slave to that pata monster. So if you a slave to the pasta and the cookies like me, get you some Resolution and some Life Drops. My link is in the description box below.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's Storm Show.
Let's talk about Kris Jenner. Let me check on y'all really quick in here. Mark, I can't imagine hitting nobody from the back. She can't wait to see it. Kenya was so desperate she didn't even care. Yeah, and let me say this too. Kenya is literally the definition of not being specific with your prayers. When you pray, you have to pray for, I want a man that's going to stay. Kenya. I want a man that's going to treat me with respect. Kenya. I would, like, you got to be specific, because all you wanted was a man and a baby, and God gave you a man and he gave you a baby. Good luck. Moving right along from this, as I have previously reported to you guys, Kris Jenner is currently being sued by her ex-bodyguard. His name is Mark Williams. Speaking of Mark, damn, all you Marks is screwing women over, right? Mark Williams, who was her bodyguard from 2017 to 2018, although when you read some reports, it says 2017 to 2019. So there's a little bit of a discrepancy. But from what I was reading and from the part of the lawsuit that I saw, 2017 to September something 2018 when Kris Jenner actually terminated him. Now, Mark Williams was hired through Armor Security Company to actually be security for Kris Jenner and Kourtney Kardashian. Now, what you guys got to know that this bodyguard, and let me put his picture up. I want y'all to see him. There you go, right there. Now, right away, I was like, damn, is that my uncle? Because he definitely kind of looks like my uncle. And wearing the STL cap. Hey, Mark, let me find out you from the Lou. You done made it over there to them Kardashians and then got exploded and felt all up on. Well, she was treating you like a mandingo. Anyway, in the lawsuit, all right, which was actually has actually been delayed. The court hearings has been delayed until March, all right, because Mark and his attorney had to revise what they were actually suing Kris Jenner for, which already makes me suspect. He accuses Kris of grabbing his butt, groin, and her exposing herself to him. Now, who else did I tell you likes to expose themselves to their employees? Y'all read between the lines. That's also a common theme in this industry too when you work for these celebrities. Because it's their way of testing you. They want to see what you about. You know? So Kris is upstairs and she, Mark, can you come here? And he, right away, Miss Jenner, coming now. And he goes up the steps, doom, 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 all black man like, goes in the room and she, so do you like what you see, big boy? Now he says he was highly offended. He asked her to stop. And said that he was not, welcoming of these advances. Mark also goes on in the lawsuit to say that over the year that he worked for her, because he was fired September 2018, that Kris Jenner as well as Kourtney Kardashian would talk about his physical appearance, his sex life, other workers' sex lives, and how he looked like he would perform well in bed. And I mean, if anybody has had a share of BBCs in her life, we know it's Kristen Mary Houghton Jenner. Because that Gucci was killed by the ultimate killer of them all, Orenthal James Simpson, allegedly. Killed that Gucci so bad she had to go to the ER while Nicole slept in the other room. He murdered her. He murdered that cat. He really did. That cat wouldn't meowing no more after that. And as a matter of fact, OJ murdered that cat so bad that Kris went on to marry a woman named Caitlyn. All right, so moving right along from that, what you guys should know is that Kris and Kourtney, of course, they deny these claims, and they actually say that Mark was fired because he was lazy, he was insubordinate, and that he was late. As a matter of fact, on September 12th, when he got fired, he actually got fired, according to Kris Jenner, because he fell asleep on the job. Now, I'm gonna say, if that ain't some real ninja type shit, then yeah. Look, I worked security. Now, I don't know what I was gonna secure. I wasn't that type of security. My job was to protect, protecting nothing, observe and report. I was that kind. I worked for Securitas. That's what I did. And I observed and I report. I had a flashlight and I had a little whistle and I had a clipboard and a pen. And I walked around basically an empty building and observed and reported. That's what I did. Not that kind of security. However, I didn't fell asleep on the job too. I ain't even gonna lie. Now, I say all this to say, it's his word against hers, and it is suspicious that although he got fired in 2018, he didn't bring forth this lawsuit until last year. What you have to keep in mind is that he actually fits the type of what Kris likes. See, that's Kris Jenner's current boo-boo, Corey Gamble. Corey Gamble used to be the head of security. At least that's what they told us on the show. So he went from being the head of security to having that thing thangin' on the beach with her and her friends. Now who can do it better than Corey? Who can throw that ass in a circle better than Corey? Who is thicker than Corey? Who can hit the splits better than Corey? Who got better knees? Corey Gamble or Meg Thee Stallion? I want to see that. The only thing we ain't seen him do is the crybaby. Dude, the crybaby. We ain't seen him do the busted challenge because I feel like he would win. I'm just saying. Corey got it. Them some open hips. Them some open hips for sure. But anyway, when you look at Corey Gamble, this was earlier when he first started working for Kris and he was head of security and you would see him on camera, but you really wouldn't see him interact with Kris that much. And then as seasons went on, it became apparent that there was more going on between Kris and Corey. And then once he finally came out as her boyfriend, then what you quickly figured out was that they was in love. All right, you seen them on vacations together. Kristen bought this man Ferrari. She literally took him to the Ferrari store and said, "Baby, pick out whatever color you want." I mean, she, you know, Kris Jenner's penis is bigger than mine. I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying. She likes to be in control. I can't look at her. She likes to be in control. She likes to run the show, and she will always win a penis measuring contest. She just will, because that's what she is. But anyway, which is why she married a woman. Which is why her marriage didn't work out with a man. Rob Sr. was a real man. It wasn't going to work out. All right, because somebody got to concede. But Kris wanted penis. She wanted to swing her penis. All right, it wasn't going to work. So then she got with Bruce at the time, who was soft as Jello, who didn't even want his penis. He wanted to wear her panties. All these hoes is confused. I say all that to say, is it possible that she was sexually harassing him? Maybe. Do I believe that Courtney sexually harassed him? No, I believe that Courtney might have laughed at some of the jokes, but you're not Courtney's type, Mark. And there's no offense. Courtney likes her men from a certain bloodline, straight hair, white. White looking or white passing. She's not down for the brown. So I think Courtney was laughing at the jokes in the comments about your body, your groin, your this, that, and the third. I know they're obsessed with penises, all right? Now, as far as Kris is concerned, I can believe she was trying to attack that. I certainly can. I certainly can. And let me tell you something, Mark, had you let her hit it, she definitely would have hit you. You wouldn't have hit her. Just know that. Just know that shit for real. Now, I do have to say this. At the end of the day, this ain't nothing but karma, all right? Because Mark is saying, let me put Mark picture back up there. Mark is saying things that Blac Chyna said, that Kris Jenner is racist. Mark is saying things that Kanye said, is that Kris Jenner is so hard to work for that it feels like slavery. Harassment. Racism, harassment, sexual. This was her going to court wig right here when I tell you. I'm sorry, it's the facial expression she making. She look high as shit right. I'm sorry, she look high as shit right here. But anyway, so Blac Chyna has another victory in her long legal battle with the Kardashians. She's been suing these people for about a couple years now. So let me tell you what happened, all right? So the reason why she's suing the Kardashians is because in 2017, she had a show with Rob called Rob and Chyna when she was pregnant with baby Dream, all right? And if you guys remember on that show, it was very volatile. I remember watching that show saying, ain't no way in hell she actually want to be with this man. This is some petty stuff. And this is the ultimate petty. Like, oh, you gonna sleep with my baby daddy? Oh, we was best friends, Kim, and now you just gonna ignore me? Now you gonna throw me to the curb? I'm gonna have a baby by your brother and be in your family forever. Every time you look at that baby, you gonna see me. Like, that's the ultimate pity. I live for that kind of pity, boy. I live for that. That just makes my soul happy. I'm going back to therapy on Friday. I'm gonna talk about that to my therapist. All right, so moving right along. So in this show, we saw Blac Chyna expose Rob a couple times, all right? And what she exposed him for is the insecure, overweight beta that he was. And before y'all go to say, Storm, you a beta too. 95% of men are beta. Stop. For all y'all walking around talking about you got an alpha man, you don't. If you tell your man what to do, he ain't alpha. If he needs you, he ain't alpha. If he can't survive without you, he ain't alpha. So we ain't even gonna go there, because I caught you before you said it. Now, she's exposed him for what he was, and later on, Chyna said that a lot of her frustrations came from the fact that, you know, he didn't really want to brush his teeth like that. He didn't really want to bathe. He didn't want to comb his hair. She had to tell him to do everything. He kept complaining about that he was fat, but then he kept eating, smoking weed, playing with himself, and playing Xbox all day. He was completely motivated. Why? Because his mother babied the hell out of him and effed him up. He is the only baby boy in a group of girls, and usually the boy in a group of girls or a mother's only boy gets spoiled to pure hell, to the point to where it's to his detriment, because he never had a real man in his life. His father died at a young age, unfortunately, and then he was left with a man who dresses like a woman. I mean, who was there to usher Rob into manhood? Nobody. Now, Kris was on them girls hard as hell. She pimped them girls like, you gonna get out, you gonna show that nigga there, you gonna do this tape, you know, Paris did it, you gonna do it too, like, you gonna do it, you gonna work. But Rob really didn't have to do that. He didn't have to be that motivated. He didn't have to do all that. And it's worked against him. And quite honestly, all that baby finding him has created like a 30-something-year-old big child. Now, I do think the right woman's going to come in Rob's life and get them together, but she's going to have a lot of work to do. All right, so let me play you two of the clips that actually convinced the Kardashian sisters that they needed to go to E! And have this show pulled, all right? Y'all listen.
You know what? I'm not even about to keep texting you because I'm about to enjoy the rest of my day. But for the fact that you kept accusing me of doing when you're the one actually texting females, Rob, it's up. Because what are you still texting other females about? About what? But if I do that, I'm a liar and I'm a cheater, though, right? But you can text bitches, though. What? Who are you texting? And what the are you talking about? Who are you texting? And why are you still texting bitches? Who are you playing with? Stop playing with me because you're a liar. And you accusing me of doing when I'm not doing. Nobody's doing. You still texting bitches. You just told me this. Rob, so I'm lying? Am I lying? Are you still texting bitches? Yes or no? What do you think you're trying to do right now? I know what you was a liar. Because if you wasn't, you would have.
All right. So that was the version we got on TV. I tried to act that out, but I couldn't remember all of it. That was the version we got on TV. Now just imagine how long that fight actually was that they cut out. Because everything that went on the cutting room floor, the Kardashian sisters saw. Let's listen to this.
Food or your phone, either or. Either or. It's more important.
These are my fries. Those are your fries.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you gotta choose one. You're not gonna help out?
I'm about to. Didn't you just see I'm about to go down?
I'm saying like.
I didn't see that falling. God, you gotta relax.
I have not raised my voice.
This is your stuff. You should have been holding it. He's gonna tell me I need to choose between my phone or holding his food. I'm not your mother. Like, you better hold your own food or put it in between your lap. And then you gonna get mad at me over some french fries and like start yelling at me. Like, what?
Yo, you have serious anger issues.
How am I gonna grab your
Why
fries
are you
that's
yelling,
falling?
you psycho? What's wrong with you?
Look, cause it's aggravating.
Take the tongue ring out and relax. And
No, mind
breathe.
your business and relax. Rob likes to pick with me. He loves to like see me get hot, and I'm just sick and tired of him like playing with me.
I ain't even gonna lie, right? In them two arguments, I didn't hear nothing but Tokyo Tony. That wasn't nothing but Tokyo Tony. Now, there were apparently many more scenes like that. The Kardashian sisters didn't like that their brother was being humiliated. He had the right one when he got with her. See, these Kardashians people, they've been around black folks for a while, but they've been around a different kind of black. Blac Chyna, DC black. That's a different kind of hood that they are not ready for. Were not, and still ain't to this day. I don't care how tough Khloe act. She can't go once. I don't see her really going toe to toe with nobody. I mean, she probably got the strength of her daddy, her real daddy, but I don't see her. You ain't going toe to toe with a DC chick. You will get mollywopped and monk and stomped. So I don't see it happening. All right. And so with this relationship, Blac Chyna ruled that ass. She ruled it. They would have had a season 2. The Kardashians pulled it. They went behind her back to do it. And yes, they broke contracts. And now all the unaired footage that the Kardashians have been trying to hide, the judge has now ordered that they have to show it. And they have to show proof. And have to show reason that the show was worth pulling, even though it was going to have a season 2. Blac Chyna's going to win this case. She's going to be the first one to actually win something against the Kardashians, and I'm here for it. Now, Blac Chyna, I got to warn you, too. You're going up against the best legal team in Hollywood, as well as a spiritual force that I don't know if you're ready for. But you get your ancestors, they get they Armenian demons, and then we going to fight it out, and you're going to figure it out. Because I got another source that says people are even scared to sue them and go up against them because they will ruin you, literally. Literally, they're that bad, even when they do wrong. Now, y'all was talking about in the comment section, I saw she messed up when she tried to change her name to Angela Kardashian. Let me school you on this. No, you can change your name legally to anything you want it to be, as long as it's not like a curse word or something like that. Anybody can change their name to Kardashian. You cannot trademark that because Kim owns the trademark. Not only does Kim own the trademark to Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, her own name, she also went and trademarked everybody else's names too behind their back. I just think that's slick as shit. Boy, she learned from Ray J. You know, Ray J trademarked Princess Love name. He actually owned her ass, technically. So yeah, back in the day when the Kardashians had their first fragrance called KKK, or it was something, what she trademarked all that shit. So actually Kim owns all of it. So when Angela White tried to trademark Angela Renee Kardashian, it got stopped. But Angela, all you had to do was stick with his funky ass long enough, marry him, then try to trademark it. Then you would have had leverage in court because you can say this is my actual legal name, not something I'm making up. Damn, girl, you got a little bit too impatient. You should have called me. But anyway, I say all that to say she's going to win this case. This is definitely not something that the Kardashians are in the right in. They're absolutely in the wrong.
It's Storm Show. Ay, it's a Storm Show.